Our next guest, folks, is a lawyer who is now going to medical school. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. This guy. Lwam, get my hair in.
Thank you. Yes, it is true what Evan just said. I am a lawyer and a former lawyer, now in medical school. As a lawyer, going to be a doctor. It sounds conceited. But just keep in mind, I have herpes. Which brings me back down to earth. So people ask me, Lwam, how did you get herpes? I'm like, I don't know. God gave it to me. You've heard of the Immaculate Conception? This is the Immaculate Infection. Yes. Turns out, being in medical school, the best way to learn about a disease is to get it yourself. That's ironic. Actually, it was very sad when I first found out I had herpes. Like, I was very depressed. I didn't think anyone would love me. Didn't think I'd find a girlfriend. And then I found a woman who loves me for who I am. Thank you. Yes. She doesn't know about the herpes yet. I'll figure it out eventually. Hey, I'm just kidding, okay? I don't have a girlfriend. Now common law. Things are in fact, it's funny because it's actually easier to tell people that I have herpes than it is to tell them that I'm a lawyer. This guy was saying, Lwam, it's so brave of you to stand up in front of strangers and disclose to them that you're a lawyer. So my girlfriend is, she happens to be white, which, I introduced her to my father. It didn't go very well. My father is from Eritrea, which is the North Korea of Africa. It's a little unfair to North Korea, but so he's a refugee from Eritrea. I'm a refugee from Alberta. I took my girlfriend back to Alberta, my homeland, to meet my father. My father saw me serve her food. He saw me serve my white girlfriend food, and he looked at me and he called me Guzuk. And Guzuk means colonized. And that was my reaction. I was like, and I was mad, but I was also inspired because now I can use colonialism as an excuse to not do chores. My girlfriend will be like, Lwam, could you do the dishes? I'll be like, no. That's colonialism. But Lwam, I love you. That's neo-colonialism. Nope, I don't. See, the smarter the crowd, the funnier that joke is. It's a very smart crowd. We have money managers in here. We have everyone. Things have been going well with my girlfriend, but then I thought maybe there's something true to what my father. Maybe I am colonized, right? Maybe my family is colonized. I mean, my girlfriend is white. My middle sister's husband is white, great guy, and so my baby sister was kind of my family's last black hope. Right? It was up to her to decolonize my family. And Easter weekend, I went home to Alberta. I met her boyfriend for the first time. He's a lovely guy, and he's white. So we're 0 for 3. Or 3 for 3, depending on what kind of racist you are. So that's my family. I remember growing up in Alberta, I was usually the only black kid in school. And I remember one day, a nice, lovely black girl came to my school. Nice black girl. And immediately all of my white friends were like, Lwam! Lwam! There's a black girl in her. You should date her. And I was like, guys, she's my sister. To my white friends an endangered species, and they wanted me to. And that's why I left Alberta. It was either that or incest. Anyway, things were well, and then to this day I get the uneasy feeling because growing up in Alberta, the only black kid in the room, if another black person walks into the room, I get the uneasy feeling that they've come to replace me. Which is how I feel when Evan Carter is going to come into the room, but not quite yet. I have one more thing. So I decided that I played hockey for 4 years, and from the age of 8 to 12, and I quit. I had to quit hockey because my last name would be too difficult for sportscasters to pronounce. Right? My last name is Gebrahawariat, an Eritrean. What would the hockey game sound like if every player in the hockey game had my last name? The whole hockey team was Eritrean. What would it sound like? The poor sportscaster, he'd be like, Gebrahawariat passes up to Ukbai to Tesfalasa to Domingos